here at Hardworking Women, we are talking about technology. Why is it important? Why is it important in business? Why should us women know more about it? And us at Hardworking Women have brought you the experts, Women in Technology Uganda. Divine is going to tell us more about what they do, and prepare to learn from her as much as I am ready to learn from her today.
Thank you, Charity. Thank you for that lovely introduction. She said my name is Divine. In full, my name is Divine Francis Asalo. I am the program's lead at Women in Technology that everybody calls WITU. So WITU was started to deal with some of the challenges that women and girls overall, but most importantly, the women and girls from the underserved communities in Uganda, and the gaps and the challenges they face in terms of accessing and benefiting from technology as a driver for either business or career. So our overall goal is to bridge the gender technology gap in Uganda.
Divine, how has technology played a role in enabling or empowering women and young girls in underserved communities in becoming successful entrepreneurs or technologists with the WITU programs?
Thank you for that question, Charity. So, like I explained in my previous question, WITU was formed or started to help bridge that gap between men and women in terms of access and opportunity from technology. So it's good you've said technologists and entrepreneurs. So WITU has two arms, the WITU Business Hub and the WITU Tech Hub. And these two have conjoined, but two different goals. So one, you would liken to the career of technologists, growing careers in technology. So under the WITU Tech Hub, we have a Code Academy. We have a Code Academy, and that offers a diploma course in computer science and entrepreneurship. Remember, they want careers, but they should also be able to make money from business in case they don't get these jobs.
And how long is that course?
2 years. 2 years. So remember, we and stakeholders and partners are all talking about the unemployment problem in Uganda, right? So how does WITU then step in to help give them that extra nudge, that extra skill to be able to get jobs that are usually not accessible to them? Remember, these are underserved girls. So these are not your typical go to Gayaza, go to Nabisunsa, etc. Exactly. So someone has finished up to S6 in whatever school they could go to and failed to pay fees for their university. So these are the girls who we look out for. You know, she's sharp, she has done mathematics properly, she has done physics properly, and she could be a coder, a programmer. Then they come, you know, an interview, and those who are lucky get into the program. It's a very tight program because it's fully sponsored. They pay a very small commitment fee of about 50, and obviously you know about commitment and free programs. So we want to make sure that they are the right people and they're passionate. So they pay about $50, but it's fully, for the 2 years, they don't have to worry about anything else. So it's doing really well. We are now a second cohort. We are located in Bukoto, just at our office. That's where the Code Academy is. And the other thing under the WITU Tech Hub is because, again, we found that when you interest girls in tech after too long or when they are older, it may not work. So we have decided to capture these girls when they are right in secondary and primary school. So we have our Code Girls program that partners with schools, secondary schools all over the country, and interests girls in ICT. So you see, we have found the tendency to when you go to these schools, you find that tech is considered for the boys. So somehow the ICT lab is only accessible to boys. And the girls struggle. Sometimes they have to fight, especially in those underserved communities and districts. The girls are shunned, maybe not let into the tech lab. They're thinking, oh, that's for boys. So that club that project is supposed to encourage girls, you know, introduce them to programming we use a program called Scratch, which is a simplified version of programming, so that as they grow, they already know, I can be a technologist. Like you actually believe it from that young age. So by the time they go to university, they understand what they're doing. Then we also have, obviously, I talked about unemployment, and I've talked about skilling right from secondary. So again, there's the issue of employment. So how do you then, how does WITU come in to support the girls to get jobs?
So is there an age limit for entry for the girls?
Each of the projects has a different
age limit.
Yes. But we are looking at youth because the problem we are solving is youth unemployment. And youth, some people say 30 is a cutoff. Some people say 35.
Yeah.
So our programs range even beyond that, because also entrepreneurship. We also want our mamas who are beyond 35 to be able to leverage technology for their business. So we work throughout the value chain of, I call it a value chain of girls. Then also the WITU business, sorry, I've talked a lot about the WITU Tech Hub, but there's also the Business Hub, which looks at digitizing business. So you're a woman, you're selling tomatoes, how can digital economy help you as, you know, Muchala Sarah, who is selling tomatoes? We tell you, you can use mobile money. Your money is safe.
I think my mom's called Sarah.
Yeah, so we tell you the advantages of, you know, it doesn't matter what business you are, how small it is, how can you use the digital economy, mobile money services, how can you use social media to market, how can you use, because there's someone who will say, oh, I'm in Kamwacha, I don't have customers. How do you reach the customers in Tireka? Use social media, use WhatsApp. So small things like that, depending on the stage of the business, depending on the growth level, depending on how big it is.
Is there a fee to this training, or it is also free?
Our trainings are free. Our trainings are, no, I don't like to say free because somebody's putting in money. So we have, you know, individual, we have organizations, both global and local, that are funding these programs because we are like-minded. We all want to see these women, like you said, become successful technologists and businesses. So we have a range of partners that we do this work with. Yeah, there's very many. I don't know if you want me to list them, but yeah, maybe later in the interview. But yes, so we do this work with partners.
Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff happening in Uganda.
Yes,
happy to meet the change makers on here. So can you provide us some success stories of, you know, girls that have passed through the WITU program? So WITU, I forgot to mention, has been around since 2014. So you can imagine the success stories that we have are very many, and it's always very hard to choose. But if I can give you general stats, we have reached about, in all our programs, the short term and long term, about 8,000 girls and women. All over Uganda. That's very big.
And the last impact survey we did in 2022 showed that about almost 80% of the people we've reached have been able to either earn an income through business or improve their career or get into a tech job, or both. So that's in general statistics. But there's so many examples from our programs. There's we have our longest program, and the program that has touched as many people is called the Elevate program. It's a 12 weeks program that targets girls that drop out, although they don't like for us to use to say drop out, that don't manage to finish high school. Already the job environment is tight, but now imagine for those who are not able to finish high school, they almost don't have a chance.
How many programs does WITU have? Because you've mentioned Elevate, you mentioned the Hub, you mentioned the...
So Elevate program is under the Business Hub. So we have the Business Hub has Elevate program, WITU Accelerator for existing businesses, and then we have the Business Recovery program. So your business was started and it failed for some reason, you come to us, we help you rejuvenate the program. Then the other one has 3 projects as well. WITU, the WITU Academy, I told you, the Code Girls program, and the Digital Job Center. Then we also have a cross-cutting, just like How Working Women, we have an association called WITEC, which is Women in Technology, where we bring together career women, girls, anybody who's interested to inspire, teach, learn from each other, collaborate, etc.
Wow. That's so amazing. As we close, I would want you to give the viewers more information on how they can reach you. Thank
you for that, Charity, and thank you so much for giving us this platform. I don't want to forget to thank you, that's why I'm thanking you now. But so WITU is located in Kamwacha, Bukato Street, plot 19, and luckily, because of our bid to be inclusive for the other regions, because people are always asking, when are you coming to Mbarara? We have opened an office in Mbarara as well, so we have a full team working there. So all these programs I'm talking about are also in Mbarara. So we're reaching as many girls. We're trying to reach as many girls as possible. We also have touch base in other districts. We don't have offices, but we have CBOs we're working with and so on. We're online. You can reach us through our social media channels.
Website? You have a website?
We have a website as well, Women in Technology Uganda. we're very easy to find. We've been very, very active, especially, you know, with Women's Day being on digital and so on. Yeah, so we're proud to say we've been doing a lot, and there's a lot for people to come and learn from us. And also partnerships are very key right now.
Yes.
So we really want to engage with people.
Yeah, so you mentioned that you have the intake is opening?
Yes, the intake for the Diploma Institute.
For the Diploma Institute.
Has it closed? I think the last week it's closing now, but there'll always be another chance, even for those who miss now.
And all that information will be found on your website?
Online. Yeah, online, but they can also come to us. It's near. Bukoto Plot 19. Please, we have an open door policy, walk in anytime, whether you're the girl who actually needs the service, whether you're the parent, whether you're a CBO, an NGO. We're very, very happy to engage because we want to reach as many girls as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Divine, for your time.
You're welcome, Charity.
And the WITU community for coming to Hardworking Women and enlightening us on these nitty-gritties that we needed to understand. Don't worry, they're going to join us more and more because the whole month is for tech. Thank you so much.
Yeah.